So he recruited two upcoming superstars whose fathers were also famous wrestlers. Tune in to part 2 to see what this team was. Okay, so last time we left off, I was talking about how Randy Orton had made a team of his own, knowing that he was a better player when he was with someone. If you're confused as to why we got here, please watch part 1, and that explains it all. That's, it's why it's part 1, and this is part 2. But anyway, so now it's time to reveal the team that Randy Orton made. Obviously WWE fans already know what this is, but for those who are watching this video for the right reason. And this team was Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase joined forces with Randy Orton to create Legacy. Legacy was a team of 3, obviously, as I said. All 3 of them had very famous professional wrestlers as fathers. And now they were all a team of villains again. Randy Orton used them to his advantage and even ended up winning the 2009 Royal Rumble by eliminating Triple H. Randy Orton's career was really starting to rise uphill, and he was doing absolutely great for himself. Randy Orton was at the top of the game. No one could stop him. People were joining forces. John Cena and The Undertaker. DX reunited yet again. And then, yet even through all of that, the Legacy was still at the top. 2 rookies were at the top, thanks to the help of Randy Orton. And even though Randy Orton was already very famous before, this is the time he put his name down in the history books as a legend. Randy Orton was no longer the legend killer, for he was the apex predator. Now Legacy had a very lengthy run. They had a feud with DX or whatnot, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I want this video to be a little bit shorter than part 1. But in the end it was dismantled because Legacy kept screwing it up for Randy Orton. Randy Orton kept going after the WWE Championship, but Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes would make a mistake and accidentally screw him over. So Randy Orton turned on them. At WrestleMania, all 3 of them faced each other in a triple threat match. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase had a temporary alliance, but in the end, Randy Orton was able to beat both of them. Both Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes' career went downhill. But for Randy Orton, he really started to notice that his career was definitely turning for the better. It was going upward. He was winning championships, dropping one championship to win another, and he just kept elevating himself to different levels that he'd never seen before. Before, he'd win a championship, let's say every 5 years, but now he was starting to win championships month in, month out, with ease. So now, even though recently he's had a lot in his career, a lot has been going on, he's been in a lot of feuds, there's only one more story that I want to tell you, and that is the story of a new little man. In essence of Chris Benoit, there was a new wrestler in town. Randy Orton was the WWE Championship, and he had the WWE Championship, and he was going to verse Batista. But there was another man that wanted to join them for a triple threat. Triple H said no because he hated this man. This man begged and even ended up beating Triple H on that same night to be in the match. And that man was Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was a very weird guy. He ran around screaming yes, screamed at the fans. Sometimes he'd be a bad guy, sometimes a good guy. But generally everyone loved him. He was crazy. He didn't care about winning, he just wanted to fight. And he was a little bit mental. He was a vegan, and I don't know why. It was just a very random and crazy character. But for some reason the crowd got behind him and everybody loved him. So, he wanted the WWE Championship, and Triple H, who was the boss at this time, said no. So Triple H said, okay fine, if you beat me, and then in the same night, go to verse Batista and Randy Orton, beating all three of us, the three best in the whole company, then sure. So Daniel Bryan went on to WrestleMania, he beat Triple H, and later on in the night, he beat Batista, and he beat Randy Orton. Although, something did happen. There is an annual event called Money in the Bank, which is basically a bunch of superstars enter the ring, and they have to climb the ladder and get a briefcase that's hanging from the top. And if they get this briefcase, they can cash it in whenever they want for the WWE Championship. That year, Randy Orton won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Daniel Bryan scored a victory against John Cena, winning the WWE Championship. And Triple H was the special guest referee. Randy Orton came running to the ring to cash in the championship when Triple H hit Daniel Bryan with the pedigree, his finisher move, and Randy Orton got in the ring, cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase, and won the WWE Championship yet again. It's crazy to think Randy Orton's story started from 2002 and is still going today. Currently, Edge has returned to the WWE after 9 long waiting years, and now he's feuding with Edge, maybe even going to WrestleMania with Edge. But I'm not going to include that in the video because there's nothing to talk about. The feud has only started. So that's basically a summary of Randy Orton's whole career. But how does this link to the WWE being an amazing product? To say the least, WWE means my life because it's just helped me grow up. It's just been a big part of me ever since I was young. And I know, again, a lot of people aren't going to understand. Most people, actually literally everyone watching this won't watch the whole video. But I made this video for myself. WWE just means so much to me, and it sucks to see so many people not understanding how great of a product it is. It's not just because of the story that I like it, it's also because of the wrestling. But the story is the main thing. And no one really knows about the story. People just think it's a bunch of big sweaty dudes brawling it out. But the story is the main plot. It's kind of like a video game, where obviously the gaming is fun, but there's no point of gaming when there's no plot. Which is why Breath of the Wild and GTA and other video games with a plot are so much better than like Call of Duty or something where it's just really guns. WWE is just a lot more than that. It's a story, it's a book, and as well as a show. so it's also wrestling. But if you want to be, and if WWE fans need to be entertained, this is just a great way of doing it. At one point, it was the greatest product in the world. It was huge. Everybody was watching it. And I know that's no longer the case, but still millions of people tune in across the world to watch Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown because it's so big. And I'll leave in the comment a timestamp for when to listen to this moment, because this is probably the most important thing. A lot of people are not going to like WWE, and that's okay. Honestly, it really, that's just okay if you don't want to watch that. But I just need you to understand how this is more than just big sweaty dudes wrestling. It's a story. It's funny, it's sad, it's amazing, it's shocking, it's just exciting in general. It's just a big movie. A movie that doesn't play over hours, but years. And Randy Orton isn't the only star that started from 2002 and keeps going with their story. Triple H started from 1999. Heck, the longest going story is The Undertaker, who debuted in the year 1990, and his story is still going on today. So it's pretty crazy how far you can go in the WWE. But yeah, that is really all I have to say. This is why WWE means everything to me, and why it is my life.